Hey guys, what's going on? Being G here, and today we have a video on Overseer. He's my first ever rank 4, and I figured why not make an ultimate guide kind of thing on him. I've made videos like this on Night Thrasher and Man-Thing, both characters I really enjoy using, and they're reasons why I have fun playing the game. And Overseer is one of those characters now that I feel like he's one of my top favorite characters in the game. He's got great prestige. He gets a huge benefit from the extra rank, and yeah, I mean there's really not much to say. The video is going to do a lot of the talking itself. You guys seeing how he works, how he functions as a character. I want to break down his abilities a little bit on Aunt May, just so it's easier for you guys to understand, because I'm not really going to be breaking down stuff in the videos. I can explain during the Realm of Legends showcase, where I showcase the difference between suicides and non-suicides with him. But a Sig 200 rank 3 Overseer has 13,707 prestige, which is the highest science prestige, I believe. So mine's rank 4 Sig 150, which prestige is pretty good. His Sig, I don't think you need max Sig, to be honest, unless you're trying to get him to be in your prestige, which I think is a very good choice to do. But at low Sig, you get this point right here, and then this one is the one that scales with Sig, the blue point. The higher the Sig, the more burst damage you do when punishing special attacks and heavy attacks with retaliation damage. But this is the most important one because it speeds up your ramp in matchups where you'd want to be taking him anyways. So, start with Overseer. He's immune to Nullify, Fate Seal, and Stagger, so he's buff control immune, which is awesome, and he's poison immune as well, which is cool. And he has these things called Gamma Power. Every time the opponent fills a bar of power, or if you're awakened and one of their abilities fail based on immunity or ability accuracy reduction, you gain a Gamma Power. And Gamma Power increases your attack rating and increases potency of personal debuffs from specials. Max stacks at 6. We'll get into the extra potency on debuffs in a second, because that's very important in my opinion. After the opponent launches a special, there's a thing called a Special Concussion, and it's 10% ability accuracy reduction during special attacks. This is not just the ability accuracy reduction on what the opponent is doing on the special attack. If there's a node like kinetic transference that would proc when the opponent's hitting you with their special attack, it would shut that down as well. Or let's say you screw up on encroaching stun and you don't throw a special in time and they throw a special instead. If you have enough special concussions, it can cause the encroaching stun to fail, which I think is really cool. So it's not just a special ability accuracy reduction. It's literally a concussion that applies to anything that can happen during a special attack, which I think is really cool. His heavy attack has a taunt that lasts 10 seconds, 70% higher chance to activate specials, reduce attack by 20, and this is a cooldown of 20 seconds once you activate it. So if you utilize it properly, you can have 50% uptime the whole fight, but I really don't think it's needed that much. After a special attack, he goes stun immune for 7 seconds and has an auto block passive kind of thing. It's like a green little icon under the special, or under his health bar, and while that's active, he's stun immune. So let's say you want to throw your special early for encroaching stun, you can. You have an extra 7-second window to work with. So Gamma Power, you can have max stacks of 6, but when you hit 3 or more, you can activate Cosmic Mode by launching a special attack, and it lasts 3.3 seconds for each Gamma Power, but is paused during specials from Overseer or the opponent, and it lasts 50% longer for defenders. We don't really care about that. For each Gamma Power gained while in Cosmic Mode, instead gain a Fury buff that's non-stacking, granting increased attack rating per Gamma Power used to enter the mode. So if you activate Cosmic Mode at 6 Gamma, the Fury buffs can be pretty strong, and your light attacks also deal a burst of a ton of physical damage. This number, I mean, you know, it says 2200, but it varies throughout the fight. Like there's physical vulnerability, the fury buff, all of it impacts it, so you're just going to be dealing a lot of physical damage on light attacks. So when you're in cosmic mode, your rotation becomes medium, light, 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 light. I think it's 4 lights. But yeah, special 1 inflicts a stun debuff for 1.5 seconds. It's cool to create openings. And when you're in cosmic mode, you gain a regen buff, recovering 7% of missing health over 10 seconds. The potency of this buff is reduced by 10% for each bleed debuff on Overseer. So basically, the lower your health is, the more effective the regen is going to be, which is cool for those who run the recoil tree masteries. Special 2 inflicts a disorient debuff, reducing defensive ability accuracy by 40% and block proficiency by 50% for 12 seconds. Ability accuracy reduction skills with gamma power. If we go here to the gamma power, 70% potency and max stacks of 6. So when you do the math, if you have 6 gamma power when you launch the special 2, your disorient will be doing, I think, negative 102 defensive ability accuracy production, or ability accuracy reduction, not production. So yeah, you can shut down opponent's abilities. So like you can use this if you time it properly to like KO Immortal Hulk without having to worry about his immortality, or Hercules, or Iron Man Infinity War's last 15%. You throw this before he gets down to 15% and you just completely ignore it. The special 3 is where the damage is at. Inflict the physical vulnerability debuff, reducing physical resistance by you know, a value for 20 seconds. I believe this scales with gamma power, but the special 2 said it scales with gamma power, so I don't know. Either way, you get a huge increase of physical damage on your light attacks and retaliation damage when you use the special 3, so that's why people normally use it, and that's why I use it a lot in this video. But a lot of the time you don't really need the special 3. I think special 2 is fine, because you also get that energized buff, and that allows you to cycle special 1s faster. So that's pretty much Overseer in a nutshell. His block proficiency is really good at 68%. If you pair him with Guardian, he's getting like near perfect parries every single time. His synergies are pretty cool. The one with Terrax, someone I already have at rank 3. So Terrax goes unstoppable and charging a heavy attack, which is cool. And then Overseer gets increased cosmic mode duration per gamma charge, or per gamma power. Pretty cool. This one's probably the best synergy, but it's like with 2 terrible characters. Overseer has a 50% chance to gain indefinite gamma power when the opponent launches a special when taunted. So it could speed up your ramp up, but it's with 2 terrible characters. Identity disorder, this is with all the Hulks. I think the Bruce Banner Hulks. Their scrambled personality makes them immune to reverse controls, and Overseer benefits from this as well. We'll show it off. With the 3 Captain Americas, Overseer has a 15% chance that a block is a perfect block, reducing damage to 0. Pretty cool. And Silver Surfer synergy gives him an increased crit rating on the energized buff from his special 2, which is pretty cool in my opinion. And then he's got one with Thor, but that's in Thor's kit. Nothing too insane. Indestructible passive, which is cool, but I don't think it's that necessary for Overseer. So yeah, that's pretty much Overseer in a nutshell. Like I said, he's one of my favorite characters, and I really enjoy playing around and using this guy. I'm taking a break from War right now, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to use him next season, but hopefully the season after I'll be able to use him a lot. But yeah, without further ado, let's start getting to some of the footage I collected. So to start, we are looking at Overseer with and without the recoil tree masteries. Some people call those masteries different things. I've heard like S-word masteries, sword masteries, ouchie masteries, recoil tree, and suicide masteries. I prefer to not call them the suicide masteries, although I called them that earlier in the video. I used to call them ouchie masteries, but yeah, I try to avoid calling them what most people call them. So as you guys can see right here, the top has 6 gamma power while the bottom only has 4, and the bottom has more hits right now. So if I wanted to make this comparison a little bit more accurate, I probably should have kept Red Skull off the team for the gamma power, gaining gamma power while the opponent is taunting with a special attack or whatever. But I mean, we're pretty much neck and neck. The only difference is 10 extra hits before launching the special 3 without suicides, but or the recoil tree, whatever you want to call them. But you guys can tell, like, the top is just blowing the bottom out of the water. Yeah, the damage is pretty nuts if you ask me. It's like 1500 increased damage on the burst damage from the light attacks. So he's definitely a character who really benefits strongly from these masteries. I just don't run them, so this is the only time you'll see them in this video. I just wanted to show you guys that he is quite stronger with those masteries. The only difference is, like, he finished with 87% health there. I finished with 100% health here. It's really up to you on what you prefer to use. I prefer not using those masteries. But let's start getting into some map 8 stuff. So we have Encroaching Stun King Groot. This is path 2, second 6. I apologize if the video quality is not that great. I uploaded this to YouTube as an unlisted video just so I could send it to the devs on the CCP just to share my experience against this King Groot. This was before they increased the duration of the fight duration from 3 minutes to 5 minutes. And we're able to get this guy down with a rank 3 Unawakened Overseer. I liked him that much that I took him to rank 3 Unawakened. So yeah, the reason I wanted to showcase this fight and the next one is because Overseer has a stun immunity after he throws a special attack for 7 seconds. He has this auto block passive that pops up after the special attack, so if I were to slip up, that auto block passive makes me stun immune during the duration of it, and therefore it would allow me to bypass Encroaching Stun if needed. This fight is not the quickest fight out there. I'm missing a lot of damage without having my Awakening, and yeah, I mean, I played pretty well, so you don't have to see the stun immunity save my butt, but it's cool to showcase that it's there if you need it. And yeah, so I'm going to let this fight play out, and I'm going to let the Dragon Man fight play out, and I'll catch up with you guys at the Nimrod mini-boss solo. So next up we have Nimrod, the Section 2 mini boss. Well, he's mini boss for both sections, but this is the Section 2 Nimrod. We left it linked because there is Super Buffet and Power Snack. For me to get to Nimrod, I would have to take out Power Snack, so we left Super Buffet up. And this allows Overseer to kind of ramp up his damage pretty quickly here. This is my rank 4 Overseer now. The fight before, which was the Dragon Man, that was also my rank 4 Overseer, I believe, too. So yeah, Overseer, I mean, he's not the greatest option for Nimrod, but he'll work if you need him to. And there aren't many characters in the game, in my opinion, who could take a Super Buffet Nimrod pretty easily, or as easily as Overseer makes it seem. So Super Buffet, since it's a nullify, Overseer's immune to nullify, buff control, or he's immune to buff control, like nullify, stagger, fate seal. So it allows him to ramp up his gamma power, because every time that fails due to his immunity, he gains gamma power, which is normally when the opponent gains a bar of power, but with his awakening, it allows him to ramp faster in fights that you would want to use him in, like this, that like calls for his utility. So this fight again is not like this fight out there, and it's not that great of a fight. It's just, it works, and I wanted to test it just in case we ever needed to, you know, power through this Nimrod with like one of those links up. So it's good to know that Overseer can do it if needed, but he works for my Section 2 paths, or he did, which is the encroaching stun on path 6. Right there, I use a little combo, who cares? But yeah, he works, and those special concussions, I didn't get lucky in this fight for you guys to see it, but it can fail some of the abilities that proc on Nimrod specials, which makes him annoying. Like right there, when he gains an unstoppable, if I have enough special concussions, I have a really strong chance to shut off that unstoppable in it. Well, the unstoppable obviously slows down the pace of the fight, so this is something cool that Overseer can do. But right now we get into Cosmic mode. We use our special 2 to push ourselves over, or push him over a bar of power during the special attack animation to get that last gamma power, which is something cool you can do with Overseer. Right there, some nice retaliation damage. So yeah, again, he's not the greatest counter to Nimrod. Like, I'm not trying to make him out to be like the greatest Nimrod counter, but like think of a Nimrod on Power Snack and Alliance. Like, I don't know who would place him there, but like Overseer could do the fight. So that's just like the kind of situation I wanted to test here, as well as just seeing if we could blitz through it without having to wait for our Alliance members to you know, clear their paths and their linked node. But yeah, this fight ends up going down in like 3 minutes and 7 seconds, I think. So it's not like the fastest fight, like I said. Nimrod's an absolute tank. He has so much crit resistance, so much armor. But yeah, we get him down. And yeah, I mean, it's as good as a fight you can get against Nimrod, in my opinion, using someone other than Venompool, Arcus, Hercules, Corvus. But yeah, let's start getting into some Alliance War stuff. I have limited content on him in terms of Alliance War. I only took him to, I think, 1 war. So yeah, we're going up against this Ebony Maw on Power Snack, and I was with DSVG when I made this video, or when I got this footage, and we were debating on sending Minash here with his rank 3 Mr. Negative. But with high ground, Minash would have to tank a hit of the Ebony Maw Special 1 to convert his light energy to dark energy, and we just didn't want to bank on, you know, getting hit to be a part of our plan to take down a fight. So this is back when my Overseer was rank 3. This was the same exact day I used a generic Awakening Gem on him and dumped all kinds of 6 stones into him. So yeah, we boost up. I backed out just to see if my pre-fight stuck, which is something you should always do if you're playing Alliance War and you're going to need pre-fights to work. You want to back out and make sure they stuck, because if you don't leave the fight screen, sometimes they will not actually stick and you'll go into the fight without those pre-fights, although these ones aren't too important. So yeah, this Overseer is just a beast, guys. I can't wait to get back into an alliance that does competitive alliance war and start using him. I feel like he's going to be insanely useful next season with bans. I think people are going to ban Human Torch. I think people are going to ban Spider-Man 2099. They're going to ban Quake. I don't know anyone who would want to ban Overseer right now. I say right now. I think people could catch on that he's another option for a lot of pain point fights, and you know, he works pretty well. I mean, right here I'm ramping up to my special 3. I could have easily launched my special 2 and finished the fight faster. And like right here, I spend like 20 seconds baiting specials. I mean, it's not that long, but it's close. So this fight could have gone a lot faster if like Ebony Maw wanted to cooperate. But yeah, so I get him over another bar of power, trying to bait this next special. He throws it, wait out that falter, throw the special 3, and this dude basically disappears. Like I said, he doesn't need a special 3 for this fight. He's just throwing the special 2 and be perfectly fine. But you guys will see that physical vulnerability debuff, along with the burst damage on the light attacks, it's like stupid damage. You know, high ground sucks, and I'm eating all kinds of damage, but who cares? We got the fight down. So that's just one scenario where he would work very well. Against Ebony Maw in general, he works very well. His heavy attack has decent reach. He's immune to Nullify, so Ebony Maw will place the Fury buff from on a special 1 onto you or whatever, and then he tries to Nullify it again with another special 1, and you can make that fail with his ability, or Overseer's abilities. And yeah, gain Gamma Power from doing so, because you know, you gain Gamma Power when you're immune to things. But next up we got Man-Thing on Path 4, Section 2, the first node. So basically when he throws a special attack, I'm heal blocked and armor broken. This is normally like amazing placement in my opinion, because Man-Thing, when he pops his pustule buffs, he places 1 on you when he launches a special attack, and if he hits you at all during the special attack, he'll place another 1 on. I think it's the special 1 that he does that. Special 2, he just nullifies buffs, but he still places 1 on you. But Man-Thing also has a chance to nullify on contact. So this is normally like a really good matchup, because you can get a lot of debuffs on you, or a really good placement. You can get a lot of debuffs on you really quick. Like right there, he placed a pustule on me, and if he could pop that, which he can't against Overseer, he'd be fully unblockable for like the majority of the fight. So yeah, right here we parried a little bit just to build up Gamma Power, because Man-Thing's agitation is high and his chance to nullify on contact scales with agitation. So I just wanted to parry a little bit, build more Gamma Power so I could drop this special 2 at 6 Gamma Power. And for those judging Overseer's damage right now, keep in mind that Man-Thing has crit resistance. He takes 0 damage, or 0 increased damage from critical hits. So a critical hit versus a non-crit, they do the same amount of damage. And right there, we pretty much nuke him down in a minute 3 seconds. So yeah, he works pretty well in my opinion. I wish I was in a competitive alliance right now so I could show him off. Oh, it's 59 seconds. Cool. So let's start going to some node combo showcases, like story content. We're going to start in 6.3.1 on the Delirium lane. I don't know about you guys, but I suck on reverse controls or anything that hinders my controls. So Delirium inverts the dodge and dash attack. So if I wanted to like dodge, I'd have to dash backwards. So it's basically just reverse controls the whole fight. But Overseer's a synergy with all the Hulks, like I stated earlier in the video, that allows him to bypass this, along with the other Hulks on the team. So now it's just a normal fight, and I don't have to worry about it. So for fights that I know there's going to be a lot of reverse controls, I could look into bringing Overseer and iHulk because they're both rank 3 or higher. Right there, I don't know if you guys have been catching on to that. Sometimes I like to do 4-hit combos with Beta Heavy Attack just to punish it for the retaliation damage while I'm not in Cosmic mode. It's a really good way to increase your damage, at least in my opinion. but at the end of the day, it probably won't make much of a difference if you do it or not. But yeah, right there we launched a special 2 with not a lot of gamma power. I think it was like 3 or 4. So he doesn't need to ramp up all the way, but these are also very how do you say it? They're like short fights in terms of health pools. They're just, I think they're under 200k. No, this one's just over. So yeah, I mean, it's a rank 4 against like a 200k health pool. So you'd expect a rank 4 to do that well here, but like that's just like the base damage, the minimum damage. So yeah, I'm gonna do one more fight on this Delirium lane. I don't feel the need to talk over it because it's pretty self-explanatory, but if you guys want to see, it's a magic fight. But yeah, it's nothing too insane. So I will catch you guys on the next timestamp. So now we're in 7.1.2. There's a Vivified lane. I think this is Vivified 2. So it's the stronger power gain, power suppression, power alternator, unblockable. I only do one fight on this lane because, to be honest, these nodes are very annoying and very, how do you say it? They require a lot of thinking. So right here, I just wanted to showcase that Overseer can still work well in areas where there's a lot of power gain. Because the retaliation damage when you're at like a high sig, it makes up for doing extra hits. So you're doing a lot of damage in less hits, and I wanted to showcase that because I think, well, in Alliance where there's a Vivified node, and I tested in the off season against an Ebony Maw, and he was running the Recoiltree Mastery, so I couldn't really fully test, but like the damage was insane. And I think he could work on Vivified paths, or Vivified nodes in Alliance War, depending on who's placed there. But right there, that was a mistake. Ignore that. But with the Power Suppression node, I think it is, she's pretty much enervated the whole fight, which means she's not going to gain power when we hit her unless we allow power alternator to give her power. But yeah, like I did there when I ate the special one. But yeah, that's the only fight I'm doing on this lane, I think, unless I didn't edit it out. No, so I did not edit this fight out. I play like crap on it, but I got into like a really good rhythm here, and I wanted to show it to you guys, like where like he only threw 2 hits into my block, yet I baited 3 heavy attacks. So yeah, I don't play that great here. I'll probably just meet you guys at the next timestamp to talk about the next fight we do. But yeah, I don't play too great here. It's just interesting to see how, like, yeah, right here, you guys can see I just eat all kinds of attacks in the corner. Like right there, I can't reparry to save my life. I dex too early, you know, eat a heavy attack, and then we eat a special one. Heimdall's just giving us the business, to be honest with you guys. But we're at 6 gamma power, and we pretty much clutched this fight. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I'll catch you guys at the next fight or next timestamp. So now we take a little trip to 7.1.6. We're going against this buffet lane. So there's Clapback, Eat Crow, Buffet 3. Buffet 3, normally when the buff is nullified, they'll gain 15% health. That's a lot of health if you ask me. Well, Overseer doesn't care about that. Right there, we had a nice little light attack to push us closer to Ebony Maw. We get 2 in there to get closer to Ebony Maw to punish special 1. I was pretty happy with that. I thought that was pretty cool. But we're at 5 gamma power, and we're pretty much going to nuke this dude down. Like, some nice heavy attacks there. The node, whatever is giving us the Fury passive, I can't remember what it is. It's really helping our damage out. Like right there was a 24k retaliation. All those bursts, light attacks, pretty nuts. 27k special 1. So yeah, he works like a charm here. I think a 565 and higher could do this lane very easily. Even a 5-star rank 4 could probably do this lane if you don't have any solid options for it. But yeah, I'm going to do a couple more fights on this lane. I'll show them to you guys, and I'll meet you guys at the next timestamp. So yeah, Overseer handled those fights pretty easily. He's a decent champ. So next up we're in 7.3.2. There's a power snack and paradox lane, quantum power, paradox knockdown, power snack. I didn't read the other node. Don't remember what it does. Frankly, we don't really care what it does. I just wanted to show how he works against power snack. Like I said, nullify immune, stagger immune, and fate seal immune. So any node that will place those on you will ramp Overseer up like crazy, or any node that tries to do any of those things to you. So yeah, I used him for this whole lane, but I didn't want to show the whole lane because at the time I wasn't planning on making a big Overseer video. This is, I believe, a rank 3 Overseer. I believe I recorded this back when I was doing that 7.3 exploration to get my first rank 4, which is Overseer. So yeah, he works very well here. There are definitely some lanes that I used him in during my 7.3 exploration run. I wish I could have used it for Kang, but ability accuracy reduction on the special attacks is something you do not want to do against Kang. That like ruins the fight. So yeah. This is a really good fight if you ask me, especially for a rank 3. I don't think we're getting any damage increasing, or any damage increase from the nodes, so this is all just a rank 3 Overseer without the ouchie masteries, so yeah, he worked well here. But yeah, we got another power snack lane coming up in 7.3.4. This is when I started using Overseer quite a bit during my exploration. I think I did 7.3.4 before I did 7.3.2. But yeah, we're going against this Iron Man here. I'm not showing every single fight from the lane. I'm just trying to show some interesting fights. If you guys, I mean, most of you guys who play the game are looking at this video, you know that Iron Man Infinity War, you can't really parry his first medium attack because of the repulsor hit or whatever, unless you're using like Guardian or Proxima Midnight, or I think Penny with a synergy or something. But what I'm trying to get at is that normally when you try to parry the first hit, you parry it, but you can't stun him, and then he charges a heavy attack. Well, normally that's pretty annoying in most cases, but Overseer gets retaliation damage for punishing a heavy attack. So he's actually like a pretty solid Iron Man Infinity War counter, I guess. If this node, the power suppression node, didn't exist here, where you consume your own debuffs that you place on the opponent to refresh this Enervate, I could have showed you guys the strength of the Disorient debuff on the special 2, but the node ate it up and turned it into an Enervate, which is crappy in my opinion. I don't want that, but I get why it's on the node here. But yeah, or in the node combination here. But yeah, like right here, we're lining ourselves up perfectly for it. I'm at 5 gamma power. I need 6 to get to that 102 defensive ability accuracy reduction. Right there, we get it. Punish that heavy, punish the heavy attack with my heavy attack, and that refreshes the Enervate, which I didn't want to do. And then this special 2 here drops the Disorient. If I was able to get a stun there, it probably would have gotten eaten, but no, the Enervate ruined it. It ruined my hopes for showing off the 100% Disorient, so you guys will have to take my word for it. I do go against the mcoc later, and I'll show you guys like how it gets super high, but mcoc also gets ability accuracy over 100%, so champs like Falcon, Overseer aren't really going to shut down his auto block that well. So next up we have a Doctor Doom here, and Overseer is actually really good for Doctor Doom in general because he has a chance to shut down Doctor Doom's aura with the special concussion debuffs, which I think is really cool. Normally when you play against a Doctor Doom, his special 1 is unblockable, so you have to dex it. But then with Power Snack in the mix here, a max sig Doctor Doom, when a buff is nullified, I believe places a shock debuff on you. Well, you're not doing that to Overseer because he's immune to nullify. So, yeah, I feel like a broken record player, but like with the amount of times we've seen Power Snack in Act 7.3, and all the buffet lanes and pilfer lanes, all those littered through Act 6, I think Overseer is a phenomenal character. I can't even talk. Phenomenal character to rank up for those paths. Right there, I forget how to dex Doctor Doom special 1. You know, it is what it is. Right there we get sidestepped by Doctor Doom. It is what it is. Right there we get a nice little intercept with our special 2. And yeah, now we get to just start nuking this dude. So Doctor Doom goes to a special 2 here, I think. I launched my special 1, just get some regen or whatever. Just get that stun debuff so I get more damage in. We do it again. I was worried I was going to push him to a special 3 here. But, yeah, we didn't. 12k, what is that? Retaliation damage on the punishment of his special 2, which I think is really cool. And then we have a Hercules fight coming up next. This one's not too special, and again here, we could have showcased the special 2 Disorient, but the stupid node wants to eat up our Disorient, so you can't really show it off as well as I would have liked. In most scenarios, you're not going to build to your special 2 before you get 6 Gamma Power. There has to be nodes, or you have to be ramped up to like shut down his abilities on his special attack. So normally when Hercules launches a special 1, he gains a True Sense buff. If there's enough special concussions on the opponent or on Hercules, there's a chance I'll shut it off, and when that happens I'll gain Gamma Power. So you would need that to happen in order to get to your special 2, so you can shut down his immortality. But that Disorient like works very well for like characters who are stubborn and don't want to die. I think Hela, it works against Hela too. I know it works against Hercules. I know it works against Mortal Hulk. I know it works against Iron Man Infinity War's last 15%. So yeah. Yeah, I'll meet you guys at the next timestamp. There's not much to say about this fight other than Hercules, aka Karate Mike, is getting beaten up by Karate Mike as Hulk. If you guys don't get that joke, you need to start looking at comment sections more. But yeah, I'll see you guys at the next timestamp. So now we're starting to get to the endgame boss solos. I was gonna try to like order these in a weird way to like show you guys like, oh, this is his buff control immunity being showcased, and then oh, here's his special 2 Disorient putting in work. And I decided that like he's just such a Swiss Army knife that you can't really like categorize what he does very well, in my opinion at least. So yeah, we're just gonna start going through these endgame boss solos. I believe there are 13 of them. And yeah, we're gonna go in order from early acts to later acts. So yeah, we're starting out with the Symbiote Supreme. I think there's like Staggering Beauty or some crazy node like that. Basically, when you're close to him, he places a stagger on you, but Overseer's immune to that, so he doesn't care. Right there, I get a little cocky and I'm throwing those heavy attacks in the corner, but Symbiote Supreme Special 1 doesn't do anything. It does like 1 damage. So yeah, now we are cooking with gas. We activated Cosmic Mode. Now you just spam heavy attacks. See, I get cocky there again. Who cares? Special 1 still hits for like 2 damage now that he's in reset his fangs or whatever the hell that is. I can't remember. I got lucky there with that heavy attack. I was playing kind of risky here, but it all worked out in the end. So what I wanted to do here was launch the Special 2, or launch the heavy attack and then hit him, because life cycle's annoying. But yeah, we got him down. Probably one of the easiest boss fights we have today. Definitely in contention for easiest. So next up we have 6.2.6 or 6.2.2 Mr. Sinister. There is Caustic Temper, Genetic Perfection, and Prey on the Weak. And the global node, I can't remember what it's called, but basically if you do too much damage, you'll gain an Incinerate debuff on you. Well, Overseer's damage is split into 2 areas basically. When he's in Cosmic Mode, he gets the basic hit damage, and then he also gets the burst damage. It's kind of like how Hercules bypasses certain weird nodes because his damage is split in half based on like physical damage, which I think is really cool. I do play kind of badly here. I could have ended it like so right here. I could have dropped the Special 2 right here and started just going ham on the dude. And I don't know what I was doing. I really don't know what my mindset was when I was doing this fight. I think I was just like thinking to myself, I'm like, should I just like solo this dude without even like caring about throwing a special attack? Without even activating Cosmic Mode? I don't think I do that. I'm pretty sure I throw Special 3. But I might have... I can't remember exactly, but I think I was trying to get max special concussions on him so I could just completely shut down his healing with the Despair Mastery. So right there, I thought my heavy attack would place a ton on him. I forgot that he's immune to that kind of thing. So right here we go in, double medium. Hopefully this dude throws another special attack. He won't. He's playing like a turtle. Right there we get in another medium attack, and then right there is our time to throw a Special 3. It could have been way faster if I wasn't playing so like timid and careful, like this was the Alliance War or something, and I was playing for attack bonus. But yeah, we get this fight down pretty quickly after that Special 3. Finally throws the Special 2. I screw up and don't dex it, we eat it, who cares? We still have our half our duration on Cosmic Mode. I get a little intercept there, finish off. Well, we finished off with a light attack, but Special 1 was the final animation or whatever. But yeah, next up we have 6.2.5 Mordo, and this was not my cleanest Mordo solo, but we get it done. Let's get right into it. I took down the Special Delivery linked node because I didn't want to be capped to 15 hits before throwing a special attack. Overseer is not metal, and he's not a hero, and he's not a villain, so like he doesn't benefit from the white mags pre-fight for being metal or being a hero. So yeah, it's like this fight could have been way easier if I had access to that, but I wanted to try to showcase Overseer's Disorient on this fight, but there's a note here. It says all abilities occur to like 20% more often, so I'm not sure how that functions in terms of ability accuracy, or if it's just like, oh, his power gain is going to come 20% faster. So yeah, this dude holds to a Special 3, and I'm pretty irritated at this point. Try to throw a heavy attack through the power gain. I don't know how I got that heavy attack in right there, but he throws a special 3. I wanted to restart the phone and get a clean solo, but I'm like, Mordo special 3 does like 3 damage, which I was correct. It did only like 3 damage. So yeah, so we hold block right here to bait a heavy attack. Then I throw my special 3. Cool little trick: if you punish a special attack with a dash attack and then throw your special 3 as soon as you make contact but before the retaliation damage procs, you'll deal extra retaliation damage because it'll get modified by the physical vulnerability on the special 3, which I think is really cool. But yeah, now we're at our 3rd special 3 on Mordo, and we're gonna take this to the face. Completely face block it. We get 2 heavy attacks in, lucky as hell. But going back to the baiting a heavy attack or punishing a special, if you bait a heavy attack, you don't have to hit him with a dash attack. You just bait the heavy attack and throw the special 3, and you get that increased retaliation damage because you're retaliating the heavy attack with your special 3. So yeah, we get lucky right there because Mordo wants to play nice. I get a nice little intercept, which is something you need to do with Do Not Go Gentle, which I hate. Right there, I thought he was gonna dash at me, but it's whatever. I get another light attack in there, and we just hit into his block, and he's dead. No Do Not Go Gentle procs at the end. I got lucky there. So yeah, that was a pretty cool fight. 2 special 3s. They did like 3 damage each, and yeah. Next up, we're on to 6.3.4 Iron Man Infinity War. I don't rap though. The reason I said that is because it rhymed. So this dude is armor break immune. He's got arc overload, indomitable, enhanced armor up, improved power gain. So he's just like a beefed up Iron Man Infinity War with healing. Again, here I wanted to show off that disorient, but I couldn't time it properly. I can confirm, guys, it does go to 102 defensive ability accuracy reduction. Because the math is the base 40% defensive ability accuracy reduction gets modified by 17. So you do 40 times 1.7, no 1.17, and then you multiply the result of that by 1.17. And each time, each gamma power you have, you'll multiply it by that much. And like if you have 6, it'll get you to 102. And I confirmed with the devs that his defensive ability accuracy reduction from the disorient does go to 102, so he can fully shut down opponents' defensive abilities for like 12 seconds. And it's not like he's not Falcon. Like, he's not gonna shut down the opponent for 60% of the fight or 75% of the fight or something like that. Like, what I referred to it as when I was talking to the developer is it feels like an execution style special 2. Although the special 3 is like the nuke, the special 2, it's like, oh, you have an annoying ability that you want to counter? Just drop the special 2, the disorient's going to handle that for you. The animation also feels very execution-esque, if that makes sense, because he pulls out the Silver Surfer's cleaver, or Silver Surfer's board off his back, and he uses it as a cleaver. Something I think is just like absolutely amazing with this character design. All the trophies he has and he fights with, I just think it's so freaking cool. There's like so much lore behind the character. It's just like, I don't know, I feel like such a nerd when I talk about it. But yeah, right here we drop the special 2, and we get him over a bar of power during that special 2, so that pushes us to our 6th gamma power. So you guys will see here, when we hit into him, he's not gaining any of his annoying armor up passives. Right there, I should have thrown my special 2. We throw it again, and he's got 3 armor passives now. Like, as you guys can see, like the difference between when I had the disorient up versus when I didn't, it's pretty crazy. So my goal here is to try to get to another special 2, but as you guys can see, I didn't get there in time, and I procced his 15%. I believe I did have one hit that pushed, or that was under the 15% mark, that did not trigger his what's it called? His awakened ability. So You guys can tell I'm not like completely bull crapping about his ability accuracy reduction. But yeah, it's definitely very situational, but I think it's definitely very useful if you ask me. So yeah, Disorient counters other characters as well, like Mr. Negative. He needs a Disorient to shut down his light energy. So right here, I just finished off a special 3. I could have probably just dashed at him and poked him and he would have fell over, but yeah, special 3, I love the animation. It's not insanely long, but it's not insanely slow. It's like badass enough to where it's like, I'm never gonna get tired of that animation. So yeah, it was a pretty straightforward fight. I really wish I could have showcased the Disorient a bit better, but you know, it is what it is. So next up, we're in 7.1.6 against Spider Witch, and this is another showcase of the reverse controls immunity. So there's Backblast, Staggering Beauty, Special Chaos Inversion, Power Buildup. Don't mind me reading the notes here. And there's Power Overflow. So when she launches a special attack, she will reverse my controls, but due to the synergy I have, we don't gotta worry about that. So yeah, this fight, really straightforward. So I'll probably catch you guys at the next timestamp. There's really not much to say about this fight. I'm trying to remember if there's anything interesting. I probably could have launched my special 3 or special 1 to make it faster, but I don't know. I think it was pretty good. The evade was really annoying. I think what I wanted to do was get to my special 2 to shut down her evade with the Disorient, but I think Spider-Gwen gets increased evade a bit. No, she won't go above 100% because she's evading all the time. So yeah, he would have shut it down, I think. I don't know. Like right here, I get to my special 2 and power drain. I can't remember if the node was doing it or her abilities were, but yeah, I'll meet you guys in the next timestamp. This next fight's a doozy. So next up, we're in 7.2.1 going against this annoying ass mcoc. This is one of my least favorite fights. Actually, I lied. This is one of my favorite fights. It's just very annoying to do. It's a tough fight, and that's why it's one of my favorite fights, because it's one of the only fights in Act 7 that feel annoying. And again here, I wanted to like try to showcase Overseer's Disorient. This was one of the first fights I did while gathering footage for this video. And when I got to mcoc, I'm like, I forgot this dude has increased ability accuracy reduction on his auto block. So yeah, I mean, it's not like a perfect showcase, but you guys will see like he'll have his auto block thing up, and he just won't have it. He won't have it trigger, I think. I haven't rewatched this footage yet. Also on his special attacks, he's supposed to be gaining back his auto block charge, but the special concussions shut that down, I believe. So like you'll see like there's some weird scenarios where like mcoc is like I'm just like not getting auto blocked at all without having any way to counter it, and it just works well. Right there we were really close to getting backed up in the corner, which we didn't want to do, obviously. Yeah, right here we get in nicely. The overrun node, I believe is what that is, giving mcoc increased ability actually, or not ability actually, increased combat power rate, is huge for us to ramp up pretty quickly. A lot of people are like, oh, Overseer has no way to counter any kind of power gain at all, and it's like, well, yeah, he's not going to be able to counter like Hyperion. I mean, he can work for Hyperion because of his taunt, I guess, but he's not like an optimal counter to shut down someone's power gain or ability power rate. But if they have increased combat power rate, he works well because he can ramp up faster, and it'll allow you to access cosmic mode even faster than normal. Right there I screwed up big time, and I'm lucky he did not punish me, or I'm lucky I got in, or I was able to block quick enough. But yeah, he's at 7 special concussions now. I believe it was really close to getting those overruns off of him, because we're at the point where now like it's just too much combat power rate. We don't need them all. So yeah, we get him off right here. Now we're fully unblockable for quite some time. I don't remember the exact time that each overrun charge gives us, although we lost the unblockable, I guess. Right there we got lucky. Very lucky with that intercept, and then right there we get another overrun. We could throw a special 2 here, get that nice disorient, and now we can start doing some damage. You guys will see that Overseer is just shutting down this mcoc at this point. Like he's right there. He was supposed to auto block, but he didn't. His auto block charge went away when I hit him, but the disorient shut it down, which I think is just really cool. So yeah, that fight went pretty smoothly. It's as smooth as you can get it against that mcoc, because he's a pain in the butt if you don't have someone who counters his auto block. So yeah, I think that was pretty solid. This next fight is an absolute joke, but I wanted to showcase it because Overseer's burst physical damage is modified by nodes that increase your attack rating. So we're against this Tiger right here in 7.2.2. There's Wombo Combo, Staggering Beauty, Prey on the Weak, Heavy Assault. Staggering Beauty is not going to really affect anything. It's just going to make our ramp faster. So the goal here is to do as many heavy attacks as we can. So what we're going to do here is push her to her special 1. We're going to try to bait it. Because once she baits it, dash back a little late, and there we go. We get a fat heavy attack. That was 48k damage, along with tons of retaliation damage. So yeah, I think he works very well here. So now we activate Cosmic Mode, and she throws her special 1 again. Another heavy attack. So now we have the Fury buff from being Cosmic Mode from gaining a Gamma power when we would have been gaining. We gain the Fury buff because we're in Cosmic Mode. We can't gain Gamma power. But yeah, that was some really hefty heavy attacks. Right here, I just throw a special 1. She's dead. Yeah, I don't know why I'm struggling talking right now. But yeah, next up we're on 7.2.4, and Overseer solos every single boss at 7.2.4. He works very well for all of them. Well, 2 of them. The other one he works decently for. So we're on the I-Bomb here. Don't remember the nodes off the top of my head. There's Meltdown, Hurt Locker, Kinetic Transference. Is that it? I think that might be it. Enhanced Special 1 and Power Drain. So a cool thing about Overseer's special concussions, when I get enough of those up on I-Bomb here, I don't really have to worry about pushing him to a special 2, because if there's enough ability accuracy reduction, I could pretty much not have to worry about kinetic transference much. So you guys will see when I bait this special 2 here, when he finally launches it, every single hit gives him extra power. But you guys are gonna see later in the video, I don't think he gets any power from one of his special 2s that he throws into my block. So yeah, this meltdown node, I decide to just not even bother paying attention to it because it's not going to kill me. It's annoying, sure, taking tons of damage, but yeah, it's definitely not like it's definitely not needed to you know, play around it, especially with I-Bomb healing us from willpower for most of the fight. So we throw a special 3 here. We were backed in the corner, so it made sense to throw it. Get some nice damage going here. He's at 5 special concussions, guys. So here, watch. The special 2, he's going to throw it into my block. He only gains 2, he gains power from 2 hits. I don't know how many hits I-Bomb special 2 is, but we'll see it again here on this next one. We'll see it in better. It's right here. He gains power from 1 hit. So like it's nothing like a full shutdown like Cersei has sometimes with her glancing buff, but Overseer works very well in fights where you can ramp up his special concussions when there's like annoying things to worry about. So I'm gonna nerd out for a little bit. When I was talking with the designer who designed Overseer, right there, no kinetic transference at all, which I think is cool. When I was talking with the designer who designed Overseer, I said he really feels like a tyrant. Like, they throw a heavy attack and you punish it, burst of damage. It's like, hey, don't do that, dude. Throw a special attack and you punish it, burst of damage. As the fight goes on longer, he ramps up more, he shuts down their abilities more. It really feels like he's overseeing the opponent. Like, I'm not even just saying that to make a pun. Like, I'm being 100% serious. Like, he really feels like he's watching the opponent, studying them, and then you activate your cosmic mode to just lay it on them. I think it's sweet. I think he did an amazing job with designing this character. But next up, we're on this man thing here. High energy diet, power shield, flare. I can't remember the other nodes. The important one is power shield as well as flare. So it's a really interesting node combo here because you're not really going to be dealing damage on basic hits. But this is another aspect of Overseer's utility that I think a lot of people undervalue, is that his burst physical damage on his light attacks and retaliation damage, it still goes through even though there's power shield. And there's other characters who do this as well, like Hercules, anyone with burst physical damage. I think this is like really cool. Might be just me, might just be me nerding out, but I think it's like really cool that he functions like this. So flare is allowing us to just do tons of damage. So right here, you guys are gonna see what I was talking about with punishing the special 3 before the red damage from the retaliation, or punishing a special attack with your medium attack before. I don't know why I'm struggling to talk, but you guys can see what happened there. That was 86k in retaliation damage. So Man-Thing threw a special 1. I dashed at him with my medium before the retaliation proc, but I did make contact. I threw my special 3, and that allowed me to do all kinds of damage, is what I was trying to say. I was just pretty much in awe of what I was doing with this Man-Thing here, but yeah, we beat him up real good. We were doing like 100k, no, it was like 120k combos once we were in cosmic mode, which I think is just like ridiculous. But yeah, that Man-Thing's down. So yeah, back to talking about the, well, we'll get to this Nova fight, and then I'll talk about the designer again. So this Nova here, I didn't really understand him. I was just like, Overseer could do it, I guess. I didn't really pay attention to the nodes. There's Burnout, Time to Strike, Supercharge, Fury, Aggressive. So yeah, I'm really not sure why I was able to like do so well here. Silly Discord thing. I think the burnout node, when I dex his special attacks, allows me to mess with like the power gain or whatever and degen him. I think that's what it is. I can't remember off the top of my head, but he works very well here for some reason. Yeah, the burnout charges. I think once I reach a certain amount of burnout charges, I think it turns into like a power lock or something. Let me figure it out. Yeah, it turns into a power lock and he degens all the power he degens for like power he would have been gaining during the power lock. Yeah, so now that makes sense. So this is like one of the easier fights here then. Normally people just like doom slap their way through this, which I totally get because I did it when I first went through this fight. I did it with Doom. But yeah, we throw the special 2 here. Now we don't have to worry about his auto block because we're reducing it with Disorient, not like True Strike or anything. I think Nova has some weird resistance to True Strike. I think it's just damage resistance. Right there, let's get some heavy attacks in. Got lucky with that last one. But yeah, he worked very well here. Back to the designer though. I keep saying like I wanted to talk about this. This designer has designed Spider-Man 2099, Silver Centurion, Anti-Venom, and Kraven. I might be missing one. I don't think I am. I think Kraven was their 5th character. So in my opinion, they have a great track record as a designer. There is no like overpowered character in their arsenal that they designed. It's just a ton of characters who are very good, very solid, have a great feel to them, and they're super balanced in my opinion. Like, I think Overseer is like one of the more balanced characters that they have in the game. In terms of like utility, damage, like all the trade-offs and stuff, I definitely think Overseer's up there as like one of the most balanced characters. So yeah, kudos to the designer who, you know, designed Overseer, because he did a great job in my opinion. But next up we have Dragon Man in 7.2.5. You guys will see how Overseer turns Dragon Man into a potato. So there's Stunning Reflection, Empowered Immunity, and Extend. So essentially, just don't stun this Dragon Man, and he's just a big beefy Dragon Man. So yeah, this fight is not hard at all. What I wanted to do here was push him to his special 1. That way I can eat a hit on the block so he consumes a power charge, but Dragon Man had a different plan. He wanted to go for the special 2 to increase his damage. More power to him. So I throw my heavy attack in the corner, and that taunts him. So I was able to get that power charge off of him there. Right there, I tried to bait a heavy attack, but Dragon Man's playing super weird. He just doesn't care. He doesn't want to play into me. Try to bait another special, we get it, and right there we get the Ineptitude on us, which is nice, free willpower healing. Dragon Man, if you can get him to throw special attacks, he's not that hard of a defender in my opinion. So now we got another special 2 from Dragon Man coming in. I throw my special 2 here instead of going for my special 3. Which I think I just wanted to activate Cosmic Mode quicker so I could start bursting this dude down. So yeah, I wanted Dragon Man to throw his special attack here before the power charge came on, but that's fine. We just do this. So we throw another special 2 just to get that energize on us. So right here, Dragon Man throws a special, and as you guys can see, he no longer has his power charge timer or his power charge buff, which means the special concussions shut down Dragon Man's power charge. It's not the most reliable thing out there, right? But it basically turned him into a potato now. Like, Dragon Man, I don't have to worry about him getting to a special 3 ever in this fight now. I think that's huge. And like I said before, these special concussions apply to anything that can be happening during the opponent's special attack. So like the power that they have, it makes sense that they don't go to 100%, because like that would be a full-on concussion during the opponent's special attack. So like let's say there's an annoying node that's going to deal all kinds of damage to you, you just bait its special attack and then it won't happen during their special attack. But it relies on AI cooperation, which totally understand that it's not 100% reliable. But yeah, Overseer's a beast, guys. Right there, I don't know what the hell I did. I don't know why I dashed so early, but tried to get a light attack intercept for some reason, but it didn't work. But yeah, I think Overseer's really good, guys. Like let's say no retreat is going on, and the opponent throws a special attack, and I have 7 special concussions on. There's a 70% chance that I will not trigger no retreat when I dash back, which I think is really cool. I think it's like really solid utility. But yeah, Overseer is pretty much taking the Dragon Man down pretty quickly. Well, not really that quickly. I mean, it's a Dragon Man. Like, you got to be baiting specials a lot. Like, we shut him down really late into the fight, which I didn't get lucky with special concussion, but yeah, he's pretty much done here. I think it was like 120 something hits, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it was exactly 120. My memory is serving me correctly. But yeah, that was a very solid fight in my opinion. Shows why he's useful against Dragon Men, or Dragon Mans, whatever you want to call them. Next up we have 7.3.4 Sorcerer Supreme. The nodes here are not these pre-fight abilities. Steady build up unblockable, spite, staggering beauty, unblockable, and prey on the weak. Okay, so this fight is not the greatest for Overseer because of spite. Overseer is fine against increased combat power rate, but the second you start playing around with increased ability power rate is where he starts to freak out, and it makes sense because he's got no way to stop it. He's got no way to stop increased combat power rate, but at least you know how much damage or how much power you're giving the opponent per hit. Ability power rate, you're like at the mercy of the AI to throw their specials. So right there, we're already at 6 gamma power. So right there, she intercepts it with a special attack, like I would do to like a Magneto boss in Alliance War. So I got pretty flustered here, not gonna lie to you guys. I was like, what the hell is wrong with the sorcerer? So yeah, we're not going to be dashing at her again, trying to like punish her or something, because that was a really slick intercept right there. I don't know what I was doing, but yeah, we're starting to nuke her down, and right here, drop a quick heavy attack. She throws a special 3. I was worried here because I know her special 3 hits like truck. Like it really hits pretty hard. So yeah, you guys can see like my health is like going away, and I was pretty worried here. Get a nice little intercept with special 1. We have those regen buffs saving us. I can't remember what that ability that 6 stars have. Adrenaline. It's a really sweet mechanic. It really saved our butt there. Another special 3 we would have died, but we got lucky. She threw a special 2, pushed her to another special 2. She wanted to throw it right away, and I think we're in the position where we can pretty much nuke her down. So yeah, we get a couple light attacks in there. We really needed her to throw this special 3 or special 2. She doesn't throw it, but we get our special 1 off, and she's stunned, and we can do a medium attack, and she's done. So that was definitely not the cleanest fight. I don't recommend using him here, but he does work. I just want to show you guys how he functions with those nodes, how it spikes his gamma power like I've been showing you guys all video. But next up, we're fighting her next door neighbor on this map, which is Symbiote Supreme on 7.3.4. This is the last endgame boss that we have. So the video is winding down. If you guys did enjoy this long ass video, considering like it took a lot of time to gather all this footage, but back to that in a second. Ebb and flow knockdowns, steady perseverance, feats of power and power gain rate immune. So like he's not going to be altered by like a petrify or something like that, or yeah, I think it's just petrify, or wither. Wait, wither and exhaustion might work. I can't remember. But yeah, this video took forever to make. Took forever to gather all this footage. So if you guys do end up enjoying this video, or you did end up enjoying this video, it's at the end, so I don't know why I'm talking like the video's still going. Or it's about to keep going after this. You guys can tell you guys can probably tell I'm exhausted. It's 2 a.m. right now at the time of recording this. I wanted to get it out at the start of the week, so yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. Hopefully I was easy to understand during this whole video, but this was definitely a bit different than the other ones I've done, or the other Ultimate Showcases I've done, because the Night Thrasher video, I pretty much just showed bosses only, as well as like a tutorial. Man Thing, I just showed like bosses only without that much of a tutorial. Here I showed, I explained his abilities while looking at May. I showed you guys the difference between suicides and not suicides. I showed you guys certain lane fights, like nodes you would see in like active fights, or you could find them in AQ. I showed you guys Alliance War. Like I showed you guys a lot of stuff that I normally, or I haven't showed before in videos like this. So it's definitely cool to make. I really did enjoy making this one. I did enjoy grabbing all the footage. Overseer's so much fun to use. One of my favorite characters in the game. He might be in my top 3. We'll see. But yeah, guys, that will do it for me. If you guys did enjoy, consider hitting like, consider subscribing. If you already subbed, you know I love you. And if you're still at the end of this video, I love you. I'll see you guys for the next video or stream. Peace out, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.